All right, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that things are not going very well for Dungeons and Dragons: The Dark Alliance. Now, this particular video game is a game that was infected by Sweet Baby Inc., and I highly doubt that Sweet Baby Inc.'s infection has much to do with the shutdown, but I do find it to be extremely relevant considering that Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League also just recently announced its shutdown, and that was Sweet Baby Inc. infected. There seems to be a little bit of a little bit of a tie-in here, even though it might not be the full and only reason. Well, apparently, again, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance is set to be shut down, and they're going to be offering an offline mode, just like Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, as things continue to get worse with the gaming industry. Now, I do think we are in a certain point in time, ladies and gentlemen, where the live service video game mantra is not exactly going to be very prevalent anymore. I think they're starting to realize that at this point, it is not looking very good to upkeep so many live service games. I mean, there's only so many players that are looking for that kind of a video game, and you're not really going to be able to get many of them for many different video games. Most of them are tied to, Fortnite, Call of Duty. There's certain live service games that are always going to take the majority of players, and then everybody else is essentially fighting for scraps. So let's get into this article, guys, from Phantom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says that Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, another game that's infected by Sweet Baby Inc., announced that it will shut down its servers at the end of February of 2025. Wizards of the Coast, which, by the way, Wizards of the Coast, how many L's is Wizards of the Coast going to take, seriously? And the developer Turk Games announced that the game was shutting down its servers in the About section on Steam. It states that we will be shut down, why would you have to put in parentheses? The Dark Alliance servers on 02/24/2025, and it will no longer be available to purchase starting that day. The base game and all DLC are still available to play in offline single player by anyone who currently owns the game. The announcement comes after the game was added to the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam curator list due to SBI being credited in the game's credits. Specifically, Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair and Andrean McGlivary, I don't know if I said that right, are credited as game writers. It also comes in the wake of disastrous player numbers. The game hit an all-time peak of just 9,912 concurrent players back in June of 2021 when it was released. However, the game's player base melted away almost immediately, dropping below 300 concurrent players in July of 2021. In the most recent 24 hours, it only hit a peak of just 8 concurrent players. This game is dead. This game is absolutely fucking dead. And I mean, at this point, again, I don't really think this is SBI, connected in that sense. I think what this is people just left this game. I mean, look at this drop. This is an insane drop, and it all happened within a year. I mean, it really all happened within a year. It's absolutely insane. So it's very clear that games like this are just not really wanted anymore. People don't really want these live service nonsense. Give us some single player games that we can enjoy. We have backlogs that we don't really get to as it is already. And now people are kind of trying to constantly sell us live service games to keep us engaged and monetized for as long as they possibly can. It really is unfortunate. Numerous reviews lampooned the game for releasing in a buggy state, which, you know what? Just like Suicide Squad, I want to make it very clear, just like Suicide Squad, this is the exact same drop here, right? Dark Alliance had the exact same drop where it massively dropped in 1 year or less than 1 year, and it's probably because the game released in a shitty state, just like Suicide Squad did. And that's the argument that I was having for Suicide Squad for the longest time now. Suicide Squad, the wokeness didn't kill that game. It sure as hell didn't help, but the wokeness didn't kill the game. What killed that game is that the people that wanted to give it a shot weren't even able to give it a shot because the servers were so botched, right? The gameplay was so buggy. It had game-breaking bugs that the game had to have its leaderboards reset. I mean, it was really bad. So this game probably released in the same exact state according to the reviews, but let's read them. One wrote, "This game is the reason gamers hate buying things on day one. We are not your beta testers." Well, that's pretty straightforward. Another post said the game is basically still in alpha, being shipped as a complete game. Maybe later, not now. Another wrote, "Was having fun with this game with a few friends. Few glitches here and there, nothing game breaking, until my character reset to level 1 after," what? Oh my god, reset to level 1 after a load screen from a mission. We're going to suck it up and just level again, but character was fully bugged and couldn't gain any experience. Google the problem in case there was a fix and found out it's been a big problem since the day of release. I would wait on this game until severe game-breaking bugs like this are fixed. Well, you know what, guys? Listen, as much as this game had a lot of game-breaking bugs, at least they had consultancies. You know what I'm saying? At least they had consultants on the game, right? Right? They managed to hire SBI, so it's okay that the game is broken and doesn't really run. It's perfectly fine. They have consultants, guys. It's fine. Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance joins a growing list of games that have failed after being infected by Sweet Baby Inc. It includes Unknown 9 Awakening, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Flintlock The Siege of Dawn, Tales of Kenzera's Out, Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So, again, boys, I mean, at this point, you could try to tie it to SBI. I don't really see it being tied to SBI, but what I will say, like I said just before, is that if you have money to dedicate to consultants, if you are hiring somebody like SBI to help write your stories for whatever reason, then at this point, I think it's pretty damn ridiculous that you are releasing the game in that big of a broken state, right? You have no excuse. If you have money for frivolous freaking titles like consultants, then you should have enough money to pay for a beta tester or a tester in general, play testers. You should have money to ensure that the game is going to be as solid as possible when it releases. But no, Wizards of the Coast, they're too worried about fucking pandering. We already know WOTC is absolute garbage, right? We've been experiencing multiple stories coming out about Wizards of the Coast lately over the last 6 months to a year. So it's not surprising that they did this with Dark Alliance at all, to be honest with you. They put their money in places that they shouldn't. They go and they waste it on nonsense like consultants when they should be focused on trying to make the game as playable as possible. But clearly, the gamer's experience wasn't important enough for Wizards of the Coast to actually care about it to the point like they cared about the consultants and the writing that Kim Belair was able to provide for this particular video game. So RIP to Dark Alliance. Looks like another one bites dust, and you could join the growing list of failures that do happen to be tied to SBI. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.